Weekday mornings, wake up with Al.
Look at how far south this snow extends.
Your daily forecast and news headlines.
This will be one of the coldest days so far this season.
Wake up with Al. Weekday mornings at 6 and 10 Eastern on the Weather Channel.
Through the storm and beyond. The Weather Channel, the Winter Weather Authority. Now your local on the 8s.
A blizzard warning is in effect for our area. Currently in our area, 18 degrees with light snow. Here's our local Doppler radar. For tonight, blizzard conditions, low 16. Winds northeast at 25 to 35 miles per hour. 8 to 12 inches of snow expected. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. And on Wednesday, periods of snow and windy. High 18. Winds north at 20 to 30 miles per hour. 3 to 5 inches of snow expected. And Wednesday night, snow showers early. Low 3. Chance of snow 30%. Our week ahead.
It is just a nasty, nasty morning. I would say this is the worst conditions I've been in. Very hard to see, visibility about 1/8 of a mile.
Well, some wild moments from our team of meteorologists covering this storm, and there is much more to come. Thanks so much for staying with us here on the Weather Channel. I'm Todd Santos.
And I'm Kim Cunningham. You're seeing us here tonight instead of Cantore stories as we continue to bring you live extended coverage of this storm.
And you know, we told you this one would be big, and it has been. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma, where you picked up some 14 inches of snow today. Still getting a number of reports from some of the highways in Oklahoma of people still stranded out there. That's again, the highest daily snowfall, that 14 inches on record for Tulsa, and the wind has been blowing that snow. Reports of snow drifts up to 6 feet high.
You can get that with blizzard conditions. Take a look at this. I mean, we still have it in effect from Kansas City all the way up to Detroit. Some areas could pick up as much as 2 feet of snow, and you can see all the way to the East Coast the white indicating winter storm warnings that are in effect, including the Boston area. I know something you don't want to see. New York City and Philadelphia, we could see that wintry mix and maybe even ice accumulating where some areas may see power outages as well.
And again, we're talking the blizzard conditions there. If you are curious if we're actually reaching that criteria, Midway Airport in Chicago, northeast at 30 miles per hour, gusting to 56. Visibility right now at 0.06 miles. And as Kim said, you might as well just say 0 at that point.
Absolutely. I mean, it's tough to see, folks. All right, Chicago, one of those cities, as you mentioned, Todd, under a blizzard warning. We're going to take you there now live with Jim. I think, Jim, you know, we're preempting Cantore stories, but I think we're still continuing Cantore's story here.
Yeah, you know, Kimmy, I said that earlier. That's so funny you said that. So, yeah, this is the real Cantore stories. For the better half of 2 hours, guys, we have had thunder and lightning. I mean, occasionally it just kind of flashes in the sky and the very loud thunder. I mean, whether it be bouncing off these buildings and down through here, off the lake, off the ice, whatever. Just tremendous lightning, just like you get in the summertime. Okay, here's Michigan Avenue, obviously still cranking. Folks out here enjoying a little snow, and that's the way to get around. But, you know, as quick as the plows come through, it gets covered here. it gets covered here. It's hard to kind of measure the snowfall. Joe, I'm around this side, buddy. I know you're looking for me. But one of the things that I think is pretty cool is the different types of snow we had. So it's not just getting the one type of snow, but occasionally we get almost a grapple or a sleet pellet, indicating the convective nature to the snow. And I want to show you what happened earlier as a result of this convection right here in Chicago. Check it out. Oh, my goodness. Holy smokes! You know what? It just never gets old. It never gets old, guys. Third time I've experienced thunder snow. That's twice now in Chicago. The other time was in Worcester back in 1995. That was my first experience, if you will. So Michigan Avenue is rough travel tonight. We've got 100,000 people without power here in Illinois, 47,000 alone here in Chicago. And one of the neat things I think they're doing here in Chicago, emergency management has equipped different fire departments in the city with snowmobiles. And before we came to you guys, or before you came to me, I should say, fire truck goes by, behind it, a fireman on a snowmobile. That may be the only way they will be able to get to you tonight. They have been doing rescues on Lakeshore Drive, which closed down about an hour and a half ago as a result of a jackknife tractor or jackknife bus, and they've had to get people out of their cars via rescue effort tonight. So just a horrible night to be out on the roads, guys. And I don't recall any time, Kim, that unless you get a serious blizzard like 96 or even into 93, where we have had so many interstates shut down. Certainly not in the Midwest. I've seen it in the Northeast, but not like what we're seeing in the Midwest tonight. Back to you.
And, you know, Jim, I was saying this earlier, you almost have to wonder if we should close interstates before the event takes place so folks aren't stuck out there.
I've often thought of that myself, especially with hurricane evacuation, but how do you do it? There's just too many people and really not enough. I mean, you're going to have to bring in the heavy artillery to do that, station huge trucks on the interstates with barricades. And I just don't think logistically it can be done. But I think if folks start hearing about people stranded like we have in Oklahoma tonight, hopefully they'll just say, wow, this is pretty bad. We need to stay off the roads, and hopefully they will do that. But I'm really surprised. I'm surprised at the kind of traffic that we actually have here on Michigan Avenue tonight. But folks, don't be fooled. This is a well-lit, well-plowed road, okay? This is why they call it the Magnificent Mile. They keep it clean. But out on the highways, where it's dark, that's not the case. Many of you stranded tonight home without power across the nation's heartland. We'll keep you posted, Kim and Todd. It's going to be a rough commute tomorrow for many here. Mass transit heavily impacted in the Chicago area.